corporate people really want to know that something works. And the thing is, if you can see something and understand what is happening, you'll say, wow, this is terrific, I might actually use that. So what I did is I found this technology that measures stress. So you put something on your ear and it actually measures your heartbeat. And so that heartbeat, what is actually happening behind the heartbeat is your heart rate variability, and it's going tuk, 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 tuk. So the heart rate variability is actually measuring your emotional state. So see down the bottom on the left, you've got the pulse rate here. So what's happening is the client has a little device attached to their ear. So what we're actually measuring is the pulse rate here. And then up the top, you'll see that the heart rate is going between 60 and 100. So that's quite a big range. So a normal heart rate, that's what we're measuring when we're measuring the pulse, is between 55 and 85. So we're measuring the pulse down here, and what we're measuring up here is actually the heart rate variability, and that is what is happening behind each heartbeat. So behind each heartbeat is an emotional fluctuation. So the emotional fluctuation is telling us how stressed you are. So see over on the bottom right here, we've got three colours. So the red represents stress, the blue is medium stress, and the green is no stress. So this person during this session was at 57.47. So what we do over time is we breathe in certain patterns, and we add certain things to those breathing patterns. And down the bottom you'll see what we're looking at is a coherence number. So what that means there is when your heart rate variability and the waves relating to that heart rate variability actually smooth out, what this will do is actually smooth out the brain waves that are coming from your head. So the coherence means that when your heart rate is smooth, your brain waves are smooth. So those two in balance will actually get you to a less stressed state. So you'll see that as this person is breathing, you'll see how they're changing and they're becoming less stressed. So up the top here, we're breathing to a pattern, and it's usually in for 5 and out for 5. And sometimes we just slow that down and we breathe in for 2 and out for 2, but really deep belly breathing. But as I said, along the way, we actually add more things to that breathing pattern, so that the object of the exercise is to get this up the top to a smoother wave and to go from red to blue to green. So over the 6-week period, the goal is to get to 100% green within a 3.5 minute time frame, which is down here. And the coherence, what you're trying to do here is get to a coherence level of 3 and above, and that will give you a changed or improved baseline resilience to stress. So what this means is you can measure stress and then you can monitor it, and so that means you can make small adjustments and change or improve. So there's no guesswork here. So as I said, each person or each company that I go into gets the equipment, and we set everything up. We have workbooks so that people can record what they're doing, so that over time they will actually become less stressed. So what we can do is we can actually stop this, and then we can create a journal here. And so up here you might actually attach a mood. How was the person feeling at the time? They might have been bored or anxious or so on. So that's actually a picture of the session for that time. So that's what you're doing. So each person, so you see up here on the left, you can actually add a user. So each person can be added and have their own file, so that each company can record the individual's stress levels. So I hope that gives you some idea that stress can be measured and it can be monitored, and this is available, And the research, it's actually been researched and tested and proven over a really long period of time, and it works. It simply works. And you can see, you have a picture of how stressed you are or how stressed your employees are, and that can be changed. So every week we do something to actually help them improve and get above what I call below the line, where you're stressed all the time. So the training that I do with this equipment, so the equipment without the training is just, not worth it. The training that I do is I train people to come from a stress-free position. And so that takes at least 31 days. So my programs are designed around 37 days to take into account for people who may be a bit slower. So I hope that's beneficial to you, and I look forward to speaking with you again.